I'm here with Morris Pearl from the Patriotic Millionaires. You guys know what I speak about a whole lot. Well, this is a man that I've interviewed a couple of times before because it's somebody that I'm very impressed with based on his social acumen. So, Morris Pearl, it's a pleasure being with you today.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, what are you up to these days? We've spoken several times before.
Spoken several times. This first time in person.
First time in person, yes.
Yes. Well, I'm here at the Netroots Nation because we gave a presentation for the Patriotic Millionaires. We have a booth. We're representing Mayday US, our organization to end the influence of big money in politics. Mm-hmm. We're representing the Patriotic Millionaires, basically trying to get the word out that there's a large group of wealthy business people and investors who understand that gross inequality is not good for business. That we want to create businesses and invest money in high-wage places, not low-wage places. That's why there's businesses opening in California and New York and not so much in Kansas and Georgia. So I think most business people understand that, except for the ones who are trying to extract coal and oil from the earth and sell it.
Right.
They don't care about how much money people make because they don't sell stuff to ordinary people. But most businesses are trying to sell shoes or ice cream or something to regular people who need money to buy it, and they won't be able to make money if everyone's living on subsistence wages.
Now, as a wealthy person yourself and hanging with all these other people, I imagine that you create sort of a problem with your organization.
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, of course, I live in New York City.
Right.
All of our staff is based in offices in Washington, D.C. I mean, most people we see and deal with are on our side, frankly. I've seen very few business people who are really against us. Mm-hmm. I mean, sure, there are a few. But most people understand that. I mean, are the members of our organization are business people. We have members who own the company that makes those little plastic gift cards that you buy in stores. We have a member who owns a chain of grocery stores in the eastern United States. We have members who actually run businesses and actually need to sell stuff to people and don't want to live in a country like, say apartheid South Africa, where people live behind high walls and drove around armored cars and could make money by mining stuff and selling in other countries.
You bring up an interesting point when you said that, because I know you probably saw that particular article by another one of your, I don't think he's a member of your, Nick Haneiser, who wrote the article about the pitchforks coming.
Yes. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I think we're moving too far in that direction.
Right.
And even if people aren't going to get violent and cause a revolution, if they're not going to have enough money to buy stuff, and even if they're going to live complacently and poor, that doesn't work either for trying to make money. That's why this business has been booming over my lifetime much more than it has before, because so many more people have had money to buy stuff. And now the current people in charge of our government want to change that. They're trying to tell people that, the way to create more jobs is to lower your wages, lower your salaries, lower your standard of living, be more like people who live in a third world country like China, and that's the answer. And it may be the answer for some people, like some business owners, but it's not the answer for most, and it's not the answer for me.
So I think one of the things activists like myself and others have been doing is trying to try to inform the average American citizen that they have to get out there and fight. But it seems to me like you have a job as well, and that is to inform the folks in the business class that they have a responsibility as well.
Yes.
And how do you do that? And in doing so thus far, how effective has it been?
Well, we're picking up more members. Mm-hmm. We're speaking out at events. We picked up members in places like Utah.
Wow.
Which is not exactly the most progressive part of the country.
Right.
We've picked up members in Wisconsin, which used to be the most progressive part of the country, but I'm kind of wondering about after the last election.
Right.
And so we're gaining more members in more places, and we're speaking out. And it's not really persuading people to be on our side because people aren't on our side. It's persuading people to get involved in politics.
Right.
The response is often not, well, I don't get involved in politics, or, well, that's controversial. I just want to concentrate on my own business, my own life. I don't want to talk about governments and stuff like that. Right. But really, the government is just the people acting through the representatives. It's people we elect to represent us.
I am glad you said that, because one of the things, and I don't know how much you know about the Powell Manifesto and that sort of thing, but one of the intent of those things is to make the government alien to the people, as if it's some other alien entity, when the government, by definition, as you said, should represent the will of the people.
The government is not a different group of people
exactly
to do something. The government is some of us who we elect to represent us just because we can't get all 350 million Americans together to vote on every issue.
Right.
So instead of 350 million people voting, we have 500 people or so to represent the 350 million. And that's what we do. And yesterday we had a session here at Netroots Nation 17.
Right.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, was how Ronald Reagan and Lewis Powell convinced Americans that, the government is the enemy.
Right.
You shouldn't be doing anything together.
You did bring up Lewis Powell and the manifesto. Okay,
yes,
great.
We did. We actually had a slide of the beginning of his memo on the screen.
Okay. I am happy to see that, because a lot of folks don't realize the genesis of what's happening right now.
I'll tell you what, I believe we have a video of that.
Excellent.
And we'll give you the link of that panel discussion. We had myself, we had Jeff Weaver, who was the chairman of the Bernie Sanders campaign, 2016 campaign. We had Nancy Flake Johnson, who's the head of the Greater Atlanta Urban League. That's an organization promoting jobs for people of color here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, as well as Erica Payne, who runs our Patriotic Millionaires organization.
Well, look, Morris, like I said, I've always been impressed with you. I appreciate you stopping by to talk. And
thank you.
I hope you, well, I don't have to say I hope. I know you're going to be keeping up the good work. I get all your information on a weekly basis or whenever you send them. Please keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I think it's really patriotic what you're doing, and very few people realize that, but it's really patriotic.
Thank you very much, Uncle Bert.
You have a great day now. Thank you.
Thank you.